and welcome to this week's edition of Art Things Considered, where we consider art. My name is Matthew Slaza.
I'm Isabella Pico.
I'm Sabrina Braga.
And I'm Nico Williams.
And we've got a great show for you this week. Besides the fact that a certain couple of holidays are coming up, and we're going to talk about some of our holiday traditions and some holiday specials. Maybe we'll talk about some movies and stuff. And I'm going to talk about the Christmas album from a certain singer. But other than that, we've got the usual show for you, and it's pretty dang good this week. So let's start off with the Broadway beat.
Thanks, Matt. Big news. So Hamilton Mixtape dropped last week. I actually want to start with that first. So far, I think everyone who I've heard who has listened to the mixtape, even if they weren't super big into Hamilton, like they were just like, oh yeah, I like Hamilton. They've listened to the mixtape. They're like, hey, that mixtape is pretty good. Like,
I that's think a mixtape. That's what they're saying.
They did a really good job for it. I have not gotten a chance to sit down and listen to the full thing. That is what I'm planning to do on my 3.5 car ride home for Christmas break.
3.5 hour car ride home?
Yeah, so I'm probably going to...
No, she's going to jump in 3.5 cars.
Yeah.
Did I say 3.5 cars?
You said
no,
3.5.
you just said 3.5.
Oh,
just
kept it really loose.
Car ride home, hours. You guys got me. Sorry. It's finals week.
I corrected you.
Yeah, you understood what I was saying. Anyways, I'll be throwing on the mixtape when I go to do that. But... we've had some performances. Kelly Clarkson was on the Today Show. She did her rendition of It's Quiet Uptown. And actually, fun little fact behind that was that when she was pregnant with her son, someone sent her an email link to Quiet Uptown. And the whole song is about, Hamilton and his wife being super upset about their son dying. So she was like, wow, cool. Thank you for sending me this. Really appreciate that as a pregnant mother.
Mad props, right?
Yeah, I thought that was funny. But it's a beautiful, beautiful rendition of the song that she does. I like it a lot. But I know you, Matt, have seen the other performances, or you
yeah, there
are
some other ones coming up as well. But there have been a couple of performances in the last days that have been pretty solid. Last night on the Tonight Show, Busta Rhymes, Joel Ortiz, and The Roots performed My Shot, and it was phenomenal. It was just so darn good, and the crowd was going crazy. That's one of my favorite songs off the mixtape.
Yeah, it's really good.
I haven't listened to the whole thing yet because I like to listen to albums all the way through in my car before I listen to them otherwise. Because I feel like I get the full experience in my car.
Yeah, you have nothing else to do. You have to sit there and you have to listen. It's not like
and
you
it's
can...
good speakers. You're surrounded by it.
Yeah. It's not like you can sit there, throw it on background music with homework or cooking or whatever distracting you. So I feel you on that.
And the flow on that song is freaking nuts.
Oh, it's crazy. They do such a good job.
Oh, it's so good. And then I'm about halfway through, maybe. No, probably 8 songs in, so it's not quite halfway through. But I just finished Watsky's song, which is really fun and innately Watsky, so that was nice. But
which one
really
did he do?
He did An Open Letter, which was when he gets fired by John Adams.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Okay. All right.
And it's pretty solid because they sample throughout the mixtape they sample little things from the show, but they also have their own stuff. Yeah, they also have their own life, but it's it has little samples and shout outs. And that was really funny because his rap is dope, but it also has a little shout out to the sit down John moment.
Yeah.
And that's it's perfect. I can't say anything else about it.
All right, awesome.
But yeah, they performed on the Tonight Show last night. Super awesome. It's on the Tonight Show website. And it's also on YouTube. Yeah. I watched it on YouTube, and it's also on their Facebook. It's everywhere. I mean, people are sharing it too. And then the Ham for Ham, which I feel like a lot of people don't know about, but they did a special Ham for Ham.
Yeah, I feel like the Ham for Ham, you only really know about it if you follow the Hamilton accounts on social media, or if you're kind of more of a hardcore Broadway fan. I know about them because I follow their account on Instagram and stuff
and
like
Facebook
that.
And stuff, yeah. But yeah, no, they did a massive Ham for Ham on the December 1st for the release, and it's on the Hamilton YouTube. I think that's what the YouTube's called. I want to assume it's Hamilton. But it's super cool, and it's pretty amazing. It's outside the Richard Rodgers, all the other Ham for Hams, and it's super dope. So if you haven't watched that yet, go check it out. It's super fun. I would watch the Tonight Show performance first, just because I'm a huge fan of the Tonight Show.
Did you watch the Millennials yet on YouTube?
Yeah, it's really good.
It was
I mentioned it last week.
Yeah,
actually,
I watched it. I want to tell you, I watched it, and it was good. It was good.
It's wonderful. I mean, everything he does is great.
Yeah,
so.
it's fantastic. But next topic of information, since we're doing a
Topic of information.
topic of
Picking on you
information.
on that one. Go ahead.
Thanks. It's the Hairspray live show is tomorrow night, but by the time I'm sure this is released, it will not be Tuesday night anymore.
I would assume.
So, yeah, I would assume. Oh, not Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Sorry, today is Tuesday. Yeah, so it's gonna be 7 p.m. NBC. And yeah, lots to look forward to. But one big thing is that I know they've had this concern with the past live shows is getting rained out if they have anything outside that's taking place outside. And Hairspray, according to what I read online, has 5 outdoor sequences. So that's a lot of chances to get rained on.
It's a lot of contingency plans right there.
Yeah, they have thank God they have contingency plans. They've got
you know.
Yeah.
In something like that, you have to.
Yeah, you have to. They've got tarps they're going to set up just in case. I think some of them have umbrellas that they'll be able to use for acts or songs like Good Morning Baltimore and stuff like that.
But I mean, it also makes sense because like it's live. So if it rains in some of the scenes, it's just raining in those scenes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Though they've got for Timeless to Me, I believe what it is that they've got a plan to take the number inside. Yeah. But for the rest of them, I think they said if it's going to be raining, they're just going to leave it as like, oh, that's the aesthetic. You know, it was just raining while it was happening, you know. So just to like leave it very natural, which I appreciate, you know.
It doesn't matter where if it's raining, it's raining. It's outside. You know? Like it rains outside sometimes. And the beauty is, you know, obviously these cameras, like there's you could cover them, but a lot of them are waterproof and pretty.
Yeah. Another thing they're
solid.
waterproofing is, you know, makeup, and they're trying to get
That's
the clothing
what's hard,
to
really.
waterproof. Yeah.
Yeah, is making sure that like they're not soaked in the next scene, like all that type of stuff. So that's fun.
Even like waterproofing makeup is hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, get waterproof mascara. I'm like, why? It doesn't work. Like when I'm at beauty
I feel
stores.
you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm more excited to see like what happens. If it does rain, it'll be interesting to see, just to see how they handle that. It's always cool to see professionals do something like that.
Didn't it rain during Greece? Or had just rained?
Yeah,
Or something like that.
I was gonna say I think it was Greece where that happened. It like they got sprinkled on or something, just a little bit, but they handled it. No, Greece was fantastic. They did a really good job on Greece.
Yeah, I remember I never saw the actual Grease live, believe it or not.
Really?
Oh, it was so good.
I'm like an okay fan of Grease. Like I'm not a huge fan. Like I tolerate it, but I didn't watch it because like I missed it live, and then I think it was online for a little bit, and I just never got around to it. But what I saw was like a behind the scenes video of the cameras in the control room, and that was nuts.
Crazy. Yeah, I remember that.
Like camera 2, camera 3, go. Camera 2, like it was crazy.
Yeah,
it's like
back and forth.
camera 3, camera 3, go.
Ping pong table.
Like they were just switching constantly. In like the TD deserves an award for that one.
Yeah.
So
hard work, man.
Inside baseball, that reference. Anyway, let's talk about Waitress. In
Yeah,
Color
Waitress
Purple.
in Color Purple, really exciting. The Grammy nominations. I think that's fantastic. I was reading it and you know what? I'm like half of me is surprised that Waitress got thrown on there, but then the other half of me is not because I'm like, Sarah Bareilles, you know, my girl.
She was gonna get the nomination just simply because of one, like her, but two, because like the album is pretty good. I'm surprised that it wasn't like her album that got nominated instead of the actual cast album.
That is actually a really good point. Yeah, what both shows are nominated for is the Best Musical Theater Album. So
yeah, which I guess it's like it had to be the cast album.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the competition's not that hard.
No, the other shows that also got
Not that
on
Kinky
there.
Boots isn't a great show.
Kinky Boots. Well, here's the thing with the Kinky Boots. It's the London cast,
Which is good.
Which is cool. They were actually I read somewhere they were the first London cast to be included in the Grammy Awards since Mamma Mia, and like I think it was like 2002 or something like that. So that's kind of cool. But it was Bright Star, Color Purple, Fiddler on the Roof, Kinky Boots, and Waitress. So that'll be cool. We find out about those February 12th, and I know you're going to be talking about more later, right?
Yeah, hint, hint. I'll be talking about some Grammy stuff later.
Also wanted to throw out there that some other cool little nominations I saw that are kind of Broadway. Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album. So Andrea Bocelli, he's not very Broadway, but Cinema. I think that was from. I was trying to scope it out a little. That looked good. Looked like a lot of people had liked it. My boy Josh Groban for his Stages Live. We were talking about this earlier. The show me and Matt or Matt and I that this album, we talked about it last spring, about it coming out in April. So it's really once again, back to the waitress thing. Half of me is really surprised it's on here, but then the other half is not, because he does a lot of Broadway, covers on this album.
And you can't be surprised because of time. Like, you can't be time biased. Same thing happens with the Oscars. People are like, oh man, I forgot about that movie. It's like, oh well, yeah, but some movies come out different times.
It's kind of nice to see that it was like good enough that they kept it on the radar, that we're like, okay, we got to remember to keep this guy in the pile. But who else? Barbara Streisand, with her album Encore, Movie Partners Sing Broadway. So those are all cool. But with Josh Groban, he has actually just announced that he is going to be staying in his Broadway show that he's in right now, which is a Broadway musical called Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812.
Often referred to as just the Great Comet.
Yeah, usually just like that. He's going to be staying till the summer, which is really cool. So I think they put more tickets out on sale because of that. Because everyone's like, oh my God, Josh is staying longer. The fans are going to love it. So they threw out more tickets. It's a great show. It's about War and Peace. Fantastic story. If anyone does not know about it, highly recommend looking into it. And he's going to be there till July 2nd. And it's impressive. He sings, acts, plays instruments in the show. So, but him staying there means that he gets to hang out for award season for the Tonys and all that type of stuff. So
June.
Smart thinking.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, cool stuff. Go Josh. Go Groban. Win at the Grammys.
Yeah, well, I guess that's it for...
Yeah, that wraps up Broadway Beat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go tend to my wounds. I'm never going to stop making jokes about Broadway Beat. Anyway, local theater. There's a lot of familiar stuff this week, as I've mentioned in the previous 3 or 4 weeks. The Ultimate Christmas Show at the Hip, playing through December 18th. Talked about that. Christmas variety show, kind of like Shakespeare abridged. And then also, of course, their Christmas Carol production is running through December 22nd. I had a friend who actually went to see it the other day, so it was really interesting, so that's good. GCP, their Little Women musical, is running through December 18th. Always worth checking out. GCP, plus, we talked about it. Little Women's a great book, and it's interesting that they did it as a musical, and I actually looked it up, and apparently it's really good.
Not half bad?
So we'll see, yeah.
All right.
The Crosstown Repertory Theater, they're having their Gainesville homegrown local playwright showcase this weekend, which is super interesting. They're like a real local theater. They try to make an effort to inspire local arts and stuff, which is super awesome. And so they're having their local playwright showcase, and it basically it's a bunch of staged readings or performances of original work that was made in Gainesville, either written or produced by people in Gainesville. It's really interesting. So that's this weekend, December 8th through 11th. Check out acrosstown.org for more information on that one. And also at the Acrosstown Repertory Theater is their production of Artie, Herschel and the Hanukkah Goblins, The Baker's Dozen, A St. Nicholas Tale.
Wow.
So
that's a mouthful.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it's separate shows or all one big show, but it's by their youth troupe, which is, younger
the kids.
thespians, if you will. And it looks really interesting. So it's going to be December 17th and 18th. That's worth checking out again, acrosstown.org for more information.
Go watch it for the kids, guys.
Yeah, support the local theater in general. But young theater, they need to be inspired. Exactly, the children. So you got plenty of options. This is going to be our last show for the semester, obviously, because we have to go live our holiday lives and enjoy our break.
Yeah.
But you're going to have plenty of show options the next couple of weeks. Again, Ultimate Christmas Show abridged at the Hippodrome through the 18th. Christmas Carol through December 22nd. Little Women through December 18th at the GCP. And then the ART, Acrosstown Repertory Theater, has their local showcase this weekend and has their Artie, Herschel, and the Hanukkah Goblins, The Baker's Dozen, A St. Nicholas Tale. That really is a mouthful.
So much.
December,
they need to come up with an acronym.
Right? Well, I guess Artie was solid.
Oh, that.
I think that's the group, though. I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's a crosstown repertory theater youth, maybe. I don't know. I'm spitballing, guys.
Okay.
I'm going for it.
Okay.
But it looks interesting. So you have plenty of shows. And that's going to wrap up local theater this week. And that's going to bring us to some holiday madness with Sabrina.
Yes. So if you guys remember for Halloween, I kind of talked about Halloween TV specials. So
I think I recall.
yes. Well, I'm speaking to our audience. Matt. Jeez. Okay. So in the same kind of spirit of Christmas and holidays, so I'm going to talk about some of my favorite holidays TV specials that have been on TV. And ironically enough, most of the ones on this list, I think all of them actually are NBC shows. So I don't know. I guess I just have a bias towards NBC. Like
I mean,
Christmas
they make great
specials.
comedies too.
Yeah, there was one point where
Nothing but comedies.
yeah, there was one point
That was a
where
running
like
ref, yeah.
amazing shows were all on NBC
NBC?
at once,
Yeah.
like all at once. So I guess I'll
Yeah, when
start
they had
it
their
off.
powerful Thursday block for a while too.
Yeah, exactly. So not so much anymore, but anyway.
Well, since Parks and Rec ended, they've been having a rough patch.
Yeah, they have, but that's like a whole other podcast. Honestly, I could talk about the rise and fall of NBC for a long time.
Coming at you next week.
Just kidding.
Nah.
But
This first one's actually one of my favorite holiday episodes
think-
of all time.
yeah, I think it is my favorite holiday episode. So it's Friends, and I think it's called the one with the armadillo.
Yes, it is.
I'm assuming that's what it's called.
Oh my
I think it's the
God.
one with the Hanukkah armadillo.
Yeah.
I think they even put Hanukkah in there.
It
Yeah.
probably is.
So if you don't know immediately what we're talking about, you've probably never seen Friends, but
It's all on Netflix. Just saying.
yeah,
It's worth it. It
I binge watched
flies
it this
by.
summer. It was so easy to do it.
same. All 10 seasons, but
Literally, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So anyway, Ross Geller is Jewish. So in the show, he has a son named Ben, and Ben lives with his lesbian moms.
Cole Sprouse.
Yes, who is actually Cole Sprouse. So
Not the
God,
lesbian
that's
mom,
Cole Sprouse.
the kid, Ben. Not the lesbian mom.
I felt like that was self-explanatory.
Just in case the way that was worded was
Yeah.
badly.
So they haven't taught Ben about Hanukkah. So of
yeah, they're
course,
emphasizing Christmas.
yeah. So then when Ben comes over to Ross's place, Ross is like, "What? You don't know about Hanukkah? You don't know about your like
Festival
your
of
history,
Lights?
the Festival of Lights?" Yeah. So but Ben is like really gung ho on just Christmas because
And
of Santa
Santa,
Claus
and
and
Santa.
Santa
And
and
gifts and stuff.
yeah, and basically like the whole like gift part of Christmas. So Ross tries to find a Santa suit to try to pretend to be Santa and explain to Ben why his good friends all celebrate Hanukkah and talk more about why Hanukkah is like a thing and why he's like it's important to Ben that he knows the story behind it. And he can't find, of course, a Christmas like
Santa
or
suit.
Santa suit
Yeah.
because it's the day of or like the day before and they're all booked or sold out or
Of course,
I don't
yeah.
know. Like in New York, really, you can't find one single Santa suit. Like
I mean, it's a sitcom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's be
but
fair.
he should have just paid off some guy ringing a bell
Yeah, on the street.
outside
So
the
true.
Salvation Army. You know what I mean? Like anyway, so he
But then we never would have had the Hanukkah.
yeah.
armadillo.
So in a response to that, he finds an armadillo costume and he's like, "I'm the Hanukkah armadillo.
Yeah.
I'm here
I'm
to
a
explain to you about
Hanukkah
Hanukkah."
armadillo.
Yeah. And Ben is like, WTF? Like, what?
Basically.
Who are you? And then, of course, once he's finally starting to make a little bit of progress, Chandler comes in and lo and behold, what? A Santa suit.
Claus.
And then Ben's like, "Oh, Santa. And yeah, I love that episode.
I think my
a
favorite
lot.
part about that moment too is like when he's talking to Ross, he's still talking like Santa.
Yeah, he's
What
like,
are you doing here?
He's like, "What are you-"
Hanukkah?" Oh,
he's like,
"What are you?"
"Turtle."
Yeah, turtle thing. Like,
He's
And-
like, "Where'd you get the suit?" And he's like, "I borrowed it from a friend at work." And it's
Yeah.
so-
And then he's like, "I'm not a turtle. I'm an armadillo." And yeah, they just have
Your
this like
part
bantering.
Jewish friend.
just go watch the episode, please. Even
Yeah.
if you have to watch one episode of Friends during the holidays, do that
Please
one.
watch that one.
It's it's a blast.
they have several. I think almost every season has at least one Thanksgiving episode,
And one Christmas.
one
episode, yeah.
Christmas.
It's like Christmas
holiday.
/ New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one that they had that was like a New Year's dance. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
When they go in there on the show.
Yeah.
When they're
For
on the-
Rockin' Eve,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
That's sad though, because Dick Clark, man.
Oh, yeah, that is sad.
Yeah, but it was really great because, like, I mean, it's worth watching. It might make you a little bit sad, but it's really nice because, like, they're super excited to be on Dick Clark's not Rockin' Eve.
Yeah, and then they get like really competitive about it.
And they have the routine. Oh my God.
Yeah, and then there's also like a subplot of Joey taking his really hot Australian roommate.
Look, we could talk about Friends for
Yeah,
years. Let's move on.
Okay, so the next one that is amongst one of our favorites.
Oh, do we miss Superman? I'm sorry. Going back to Friends.
Well, yeah. So in the end, there's Chandler as Santa Claus, Ross as the Hanukkah armadillo, and then Joey decides to join in, and he comes dressed as Superman.
Yeah.
So stupid.
So that was just really random, actually.
It's such a Joey thing
Yeah,
to do. though.
Joey is random.
Yeah,
Joey
it was
would
great.
think that by coming in as Superman, he would save the day. Like, it's just wonderful.
But of course, like in the end, just like everything else with sitcoms, it all ties in at the end, and he's enlightened and knows all about Hanukkah.
It's a happy ending.
Yeah, it's a happy ending. So it's very sweet because it ties in, like, I don't know, the history behind holidays rather than just like the commercialization of it.
Commercialization, yeah.
Yeah. So moving on to another very.
I've never heard of this one, by the way. Yeah.
Which one? The 30 Rock Ludachristmas?
Ludachristmas, yeah.
Oh,
it's a great name, though.
It's very near and dear to my heart. So on 30 Rock, it's one, I think it's like season 4 or something, but 30 Rock's one of my favorite shows personally. And so the 30 Rock writers, it's like if you've never seen 30 Rock, it's a show within a show. So it's kind of based on Tina Fey's experience at SNL, and she makes a show about like writers for that type of show.
In the show being put on itself, yeah.
Yeah, and so it takes place all at 30 Rock, like Rockefeller Center, studio, like whatever. So the writers always have this Christmas party called Luda Christmas, and
That's amazing.
it's like they get strippers, they have alcohol, they have like prostitutes even, and it's like
Oh my
everyone's
God.
favorite event. But yet there's Kenneth the Page, he's like an NBC page in the Page program, and even though the Page program's like a year, he's there for all 7 seasons.
That's
But
ridiculous.
yeah, it's like he's just like this good old boy from Georgia.
Oh, I love him.
And I'm here in the big city trying to make it because I love TV. And like, so he doesn't want everyone else to be corrupted and forget the true meaning and importance of Christmas, which is like giving unto others more so.
Yeah.
And so he kind of like quarantines everyone and keeps them from having their party, and everyone's like really, really annoyed at him. And then also in the meantime, Liz, her family comes in, and her brother got into a ski accident in
Oh my God.
1985, so he still thinks it's 1985. And then they go out to dinner with Jack, who is played by Alec Baldwin, and his mom. And they have a very interesting relationship. They kind of always are hypocritical of each other, like a lot. And so they go out, and Jack is like, look how perfect this family is. And she's like, they're not perfect. I'll show you. And then she kind of like ruins their
Oh my
Christmas
God.
night out, because then she like, I don't know. It's just really, really funny. And
Interesting
yeah,
episode. Yeah.
it's a very interesting episode. And then in the end, they end up having their Luda Christmas like party like at the office, except they threw away all their like gifts that they got, and then so they were like, yeah, let's donate this to the Venezuelan orphans. And I don't know, it's just really great. And then I think the prostitute just ends up like sitting on a couch while they all hug and cheer with each other.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but definitely check out 30 Rock Luda Christmas. It's on Netflix. All 7 seasons of 30 Rock are on Netflix. I've probably watched 30 Rock 3 times now.
Wow.
So I 10 out of 10 would recommend it. But another NBC show that is on Netflix, and you can watch this episode,
This episode's so good.
is The Office Christmas Party. I think this is in like the 2nd season of The Office.
This is one of my top 10
This is
favorite
definitely
Office episodes.
So good.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
It's like my favorite thing too is like it must be season 2 because that's
It is.
where Jim and Pam are in season 2. But
Yeah.
Michael in this episode.
Oh my god,
miss Michael.
in every episode.
Yeah.
Except like the last season.
It's so good. I love it. So if you don't know which one we're talking about, it's the Christmas party, the office Christmas party, where they're supposed to have a secret Santa, but of course,
Classic
Michael doesn't like the gift that Phyllis got him, which was what? It was like
she knitted him something.
She knitted him a mitten.
An oven mitt. An oven mitt. That's what it was. Oh my god, and he hates it.
and she put in all this time and effort into making it, and he's like,
She legitimately though, like she hand knits this amazing
and
oven
he
mitt.
basically talks crap about it right in front of her.
He
He's
literally,
like, what is this? This sucks. Like,
yeah.
he
So
literally goes like, "This is such a crappy gift."
yeah, and she's just kind of sitting there like, oh, okay, Michael. Like,
so, oh my god.
so
Poor Phyllis.
So he turns the secret Santa into like a
white elephant.
white elephant type thing where you have to like steal the gift that you want. So of course, because of that, Jim had gotten Pam, so he put in all this time and effort into thinking about what Pam would want, and he ended up getting her a teapot, and he wrote like a love letter and put it inside
And put like a
everything.
bunch of memory stuff in there.
Yeah,
really
it was
cool.
like really personal, and it was like, oh,
So
Jim,
sweet.
like you're so nice. But of course, Dwight steals the gift, and he's the one that ends up.
because Dwight's like, I want a teapot.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And then so when he opens it, Pam immediately was like, oh, this is meant for me, sort of thing, because like she kind of knew her personal gift, and so she has to try to convince Dwight to exchange the teapot that he has for the iPod that she stole. And of course, like, why wouldn't you want a free iPod?
But this is Dwight we're talking about.
But he's
Exactly.
like, oh, I don't know. I kind of want that.
Kind of want the
Yeah.
teapot.
Yeah, I forget how she ends up getting it though. So
she does. She somehow she
yeah,
snags it
She
back.
trades
in.
back.
She
says,
trades
Yeah.
it back.
Roy was gonna get her an iPod-like thing anyway, so she'll take the teapot.
Yeah, exactly. And then also to top off the canon of NBC shows that we love with the Christmas specials and holiday specials, I feel like every single SNL Christmas holiday special has
every
just
single
been
one.
gold.
They're all good.
Yeah, I
That's like, even if it's a bad year for SNL, I feel like their Christmas specials are always good.
yeah, I felt like last year was especially bad for SNL. I don't know. I just don't recall any episodes
They
that
really
I really
came
liked.
back to form this year.
Yeah, they did.
It's been a while since
Was
they've been this good.
the one with Ryan Gosling and the Santa thing, was that last year or was that during the
I don't know.
I can't remember if that was
I
last year during
can't
Christmas or if it
remember.
was like in the middle of the year. That was so funny though. I think that's my favorite Christmas skit they've ever done. They're like, "Where's Santa? We want Santa right now!" And they start
It was
like
pretty
breaking
funny,
stuff in the
yeah.
house.
Yeah.
Oh
My
God.
favorite is definitely when Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake were on together. I think it was 2014. I'm not
I think
sure.
it was definitely 2 to. Yeah, I want to say it was 2.5 years.
It was either
ago, so.
2014 or 2013, but I'm leaning towards 2014.
I think it was 2014 because that's around when he took over the Tonight Show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Because he
just
has him on the Tonight Show to talk about it.
everything
you're right.
they do together
It was
It's
amazing.
hilarious.
it's so freaking funny. So freaking funny.
Yeah.
So
And
if you haven't seen that one, definitely go back and check it out.
go back and check it out. I'm pretty sure this is all on YouTube, or NBC's pretty good about
I think they have
having
their back catalog on there.
Yeah, like on their actual website. So please do yourself a favor, watch these really happy, warm to your heart Christmas holiday specials, because I don't know, I feel like it's very easy to get caught up with like, I gotta buy this, and it's like easy to get stressed out. But I feel like if you just go back to your favorites and watch them, then everything will be okay.
Yeah, appreciate the beauty of art, you know.
Yeah.
Show your friends the Hanukkah armadillo.
Yes, watch the Hanukkah
If there's
armadillo,
one
Luda Christmas.
thing, watch the Hanukkah armadillo.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that is it for TV specials.
All right, I think that means that we're going to have to move into Nico's segment.
Woot woot.
Okay, so coming up first, we have Luke Cage renewed for the second season officially.
Ow.
And we were just having this conversation. That was a weird sound.
Right?
Me?
Thank you. Yeah.
No, like ow, ow. Like,
No, I mean,
you
I
know?
got why, but
Oh.
Leave Isabella alone.
Thanks, Sabrina.
it was cute.
Damn,
That's all I'm
guys.
saying.
All right.
But yeah, we all kind of saw it coming. We were just kind of waiting on the official word. So that joins the stacked lineup.
Stacked.
That Netflix has. That was hard as. That Netflix has, including Iron Fist and the Punisher and the Defenders and
Yeah, the
other,
Defenders
other-
like
other
team
things
up.
that are unannounced, like the 3rd season of Daredevil, which I'm impatiently waiting on.
It's like, just tell us already. We know it's coming. You don't have to keep us, strung along like
Yeah,
this, Marvel. We know.
I think
Netflix
they're gonna
guys.
wait though, because I think they're gonna because Iron Fist is coming out. I think they're gonna do a 2nd season of Jessica Jones before they do a 3rd season of Daredevil.
Yeah, that's also unannounced, but we also see that coming too.
I think they said summer next year. Jessica Jones. I might be wrong.
We'll see.
When's Punisher coming out? Because they haven't given us that yet either.
Well, I don't know, cause like the 2nd season of Daredevil kind of just came out the blue, at least for me.
Yeah, kind of. They didn't make a big deal about it for sure.
They're just like, hey, 2nd season, real quick.
Hey guys, it's up.
It was in like
Check
it seemed like it was within like the same year or within a year from one thing.
It was
to
a
the
little
next.
over a year. It was a little over a year. But I mean, yeah. But they had Jessica Jones come out in between.
Yeah, so. We'll
But
see.
the production schedule is way more tight now because they're having like a series come out every like 3 months.
Like a whole season.
Practically, yeah. Because Luke. I guess it's not quite 3. It's a little more than 3 months. Well, Iron Fist is coming out in February.
I want to say February or late January.
Did you guys see the
Then yeah, it's about 3 months.
photos got released, right?
It
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
dope, dude.
Photos?
Gotta tell you.
We also see Claire Temple in those photos.
She's in every single one.
Transitioning to my next point. Yeah, she's in everything. She's the most powerful non-powered person in.
She brings everyone together,
Also, we're gonna save that point for a little later. Transformers, the
Oh,
last
God.
night trailer.
Most people are not pro on that trailer, and even Transformers fans are like, it looks weird.
It does look weird.
I
Like,
just don't get why
Bumblebee-
they're doing another.
Because the
Bumblebee
last one
doesn't
made
look-
like $1.1 billion. That's why.
Ugh.
It's ridiculous amount of money.
Exactly.
I don't know. I saw it. It was like, I mean, actually, I didn't see it on purpose. I was actually watching YouTube, and then the ad just came on, and I was like, well, let me see what this is about.
For the trailer? Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. I mean, it looks kind of. I mean, they didn't really answer a lot of questions. It posed a lot of questions, so I guess it makes you want to see the movie. It serves a purpose.
I don't know, man.
Bumblebee doesn't look the same, really.
Yeah.
The way his face is built, I guess. Would
It's
be
weird. Yeah.
It's odd.
What?
It doesn't like he doesn't
the
have
CGI build is different. Yeah.
the little half face mask thing anymore. He probably can talk, which is weird.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it just seems like even Transformers fans aren't excited about this trailer.
What is this?
Because I think they were like, oh, okay, cool. They're rebooting the franchise, and now they're just like, well, what the hell is this?
They're not really rebooting it though. I thought they were gonna.
Well, they
do a
did with
reboot.
Mark
Yeah,
Wahlberg, but they didn't technically reboot it because they basically just replaced the main character.
right?
Yeah, which is
And
stupid.
kind of like
That's so
started
stupid. You took
over
the words right out of
because
my
he's
mouth.
a new person or whatever. But I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. I saw something that seemed kind of interesting. Like it seemed like Optimus was fighting for like the other side. The way the plot
I have
looks,
no idea.
it looks like it's gonna be like humans versus the
Versus zombies.
Dun dun dun.
well, I didn't want to say the robots.
The
but-
cars?
I go
Yeah,
The
because
humans versus the cars?
like I think it has something to do with their planet dying, and they're trying to like save their planet. So like Optimus switches sides or something.
Yeah,
like I saw a little
I
clip
heard,
of him fighting Bumblebee in the trailer. It looked.
I
Like.
heard that it's kind of like Civil War, where it's like two people fighting, one person for the interest of the humans, like thinking it's the interest of the humans, and the other is like fighting with the humans against the people who think they have their best interest at heart.
Right.
You know what I mean? Kind of like in Civil War, how it's like one side thinks that superheroes need to be controlled for the best of humanity, versus the other side thinks that they need to have their own free will.
Right. I mean, I don't know.
I think the Transformers just think that the humans are ruining the planet, which they are. So they're not wrong.
Message.
If this movie has an environmental message, I will go see it. Okay, if they want to do that, because especially right now in these times, we need a pro-environment message from a huge blockbuster.
I mean, I don't know. It seems kind of interesting, but I don't think like if you think about it, if it's like the last night and like the last person fighting on like the human side is Bumblebee, it's probably not gonna be that long of a movie. There's plenty of. I don't want to be that guy, but there's plenty of other Transformers who could probably just. I mean,
I feel you, man.
you know, I'm not saying like he doesn't stand a chance. I mean, you know,
I mean, he'd get his
Damn.
butt
But
whooped
there's-
by Optimus.
but there's a lot of them. Is all I'm saying. The cards are not in your favor.
1 versus 20 is not a great
It's
fight.
just
is what
not a
you're
good
saying.
fight,
Yeah.
and I don't think they're gonna come at you one by one like old kung fu movies. Like they're just gonna circle
No, it's
up.
not going to be a
Like,
fair fight. No.
Okay. I don't want to end on a dark note, so we'll put this in here. Green Hornet actor Van Williams has passed away at age 82.
So sad too.
He's best known for his work in the Green Hornet series in
Old
the
school.
1960s.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Sad day.
prayers to him and his family. Now, on a much lighter note, Guardians of the Galaxy new trailer.
Ooh. We all got
This is
brought
what
back up.
everybody was waiting on. Everybody was holding their breath
Yeah.
in the studio. They're like,
Baby
he's
Groot.
gonna get to it. He's gonna get to it. I promise. But yeah, so starring Baby Groot and Mantis.
Baby Groot feet everybody else.
Like he took over that trailer for sure.
Oh,
He really did.
Yeah, so cute.
so just like it's like it just
It was just funny that he had like a little action figure size suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was funny.
And then what killed me was the scene when Rocket's explaining, "Don't press the
That
button," and
one's
the person
so
goes,
good.
"I am Groot," and like,
I'm Groot.
I'm just excited to see that they didn't lose the magic of the first movie.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it's still going to be comedic and lighthearted and not at all like super dark, you know?
Right.
yeah, and that bit, like you said, with Mantis
And
at
not
the end
cheesy.
and Drax, that was
So
so
good.
funny.
So funny.
I appreciate Drax so much. He's just so unaware, and it's so great. Oh,
But yeah,
man.
solid 10 out of 10 on that trailer, man.
Yeah.
I just want
was,
more.
I was just excited because I don't know, when they went with the Baby Groot at the end of the movie, at the end of the last movie, I didn't know if they were gonna like I don't want to say like steal his powers from him, but you know, like make him weaker. But like he seems like he's at
still
least from
got
the
it,
trailer,
yeah.
he's still got all the same, like, you know what I'm saying,
He's just-
strength and
he
whatnot.
just looks
He's
like
just smaller,
He's like
Yeah.
mini me
More
Groot.
compact, yeah.
basically.
Kind of like Ant-Man, how like Ant-Man is like the same strength even though he's smaller.
Right, he's just smaller. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's good.
Yeah. It looks good.
And speaking of Groot, Vin
Groot.
Diesel, in a recent interview that I don't have the source for, so,
Okay. An anonymous tip, no.
he
Got
has
a call from
hinted.
Vin Diesel himself.
Yeah, that's my guy.
That's a pretty solid source.
That's the
Right.
Diesel.
The D's.
VDs, yeah.
VDs.
That's my guy. He hinted at a Groot versus Hulk showdown at some point in the Marvel universe.
What?
One, I don't know.
I
how
don't
accurate that is.
necessarily know. I'm not gonna say this is accurate. This is just something he said.
I mean, like, was it maybe something like something he would want?
I think it was more so along the lines like I would love to do something like that.
But
like,
that would be
The
come
only thing I
on.
could see it
Versus
happening
Hulk.
in is an Infinity Stone.
yeah, in Infinity War.
Infinity Wars. Yeah,
Infinity
Infinity Stone.
Stone.
No, because like Hulk can be controlled the most easily, in terms of like turned to have to be like. I said that wrong. So like
No,
it's
like,
hard to
he-
control
As
the
far as-
Hulk, but it's easy to turn him wild.
It's easy to manipulate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if Groot had to stop the Hulk, I could totally see that happening.
and it would
I
have
mean,
to be.
it would definitely be interesting to watch. If
Well,
they
like
could,
when Iron Man had to stop the Hulk, I mean, it's pretty easy to think of that scenario.
Yeah,
it's
if
just
they could, like, you know what I'm saying, if they could figure out how to pencil that in.
how great would it
That'd
be though,
be-
like little baby Groot just trying to
I
stop
was
this big
so
old Hulk.
cute.
thinking that, but no,
Baby Groot.
they're probably.
am Groot.
I think they would have to go. They would have to go with full grown Groot.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
It would be
Big
so
Groot.
much funnier if it were still baby Groot.
That
would be
funny,
hilarious.
but
He's like
then-
teenage Groot now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Teenage Groot.
angsty Groot.
Preteen.
Like,
I
mean,
am Groot.
Okay,
I'm
like
Groot.
That was a really good preteen Groot.
he's just angry. He's just angsty and angry all the
Listen,
time.
okay, I am Groot. Okay, I am Groot.
I mean, I don't know. I think that'd be interesting to watch. Like when you just said preteen Groot, it just made me like kind of nerd out for me. Like I was thinking of all the different Boos in like Dragon Ball,
Oh my god!
and like Kid Boo was like low key my favorite.
Kid Buu was the best because he was just like
He just
so
looked like everybody was
angsty.
kind of playful. He was just angry all the time.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, but
angsty teen, preteen.
that would be cool though. It would be cool.
and he also was saying that something. I guess this is also something that he would just want to do. Would be a Rocket and Groot movie.
Rocket
Solo
Man.
movie or
Yeah,
like
like-
duo movie.
Well, yeah, like a duo movie, like to follow up the Guardian series.
That'd be
He
cool.
was saying if he was James Gunn, he would probably be thinking that.
I don't think they're gonna do a movie, but they might do one of those one shots. You know, like the Marvel one
like
shots.
a little one, like little like 7,
Kinda like
6 minute
short
videos.
films,
They do.
yeah.
Yeah, I love those.
I
They
can see
haven't,
that.
they haven't done one of those in a while.
That's because they're almost exclusively reserved for solving plot holes.
Okay, that's true.
To be fair,
That's true. All right.
And to wrap up comic book and movie news. I guess I should just throw this in here because we're about to get into the whole schedule, and we're going to talk about that a lot. So before I get there, Dead Rising 4 comes out December 6th. So
Get excited.
There's your game news. Dead Rising 4 is an open world zombie game.
You say December 6th?
December 6th.
It's out, guys. Go get it.
Yeah, that's today.
Oh, that's definitely today.
That's straight up out,
Go
yeah.
and get that.
That game looks really dope, though. I almost pre-ordered it.
I mean, I've played all the other ones. I don't know. It gets kind of one-notey for me as far as like, because you kind of just go out and you meet weirdos. And then,
That's true.
You know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm excited about it. Don't bring me down.
I mean, no, it's definitely a fun game to play. And if you're,
I think I'm going to rent it from Redbox and see if I feel like buying it.
That's usually how it works.
That's how I roll. Anyway, tell us about the Marvel movies coming out, man.
Yes, full comic movie release.
Oh, all comic
schedule.
book movies.
Yeah. So March 3rd, 2017. Well, starting March 3rd, 2017, we have Logan on the
Looks so good.
3rd. Ghost in the Shell on the 31st of March.
That's the whitewashed Scarlett Johansson one.
Yeah.
A lot of controversy on that movie.
So much.
Not
so
gonna
much
touch that
anger,
one.
so
So
much
much
saltiness
salt,
from
yeah.
yep.
May 5th, Guardians Volume 2.
I can't wait for that. So
Ow, ow.
that's gonna be my post graduation movie right there.
June 2nd, Wonder Woman.
Yes.
June 16th, Kingsman, which isn't
Yes!
It's a
necessarily
sequel. It's
Oh
based on
my
a graphic
gosh.
novel.
Wow, I forgot
Yes.
about that.
Yeah, just
My
like Ghost in the
boyfriend makes
Shell.
fun of me so much because he's like, when Kingsman came out, I went to see it twice in theaters.
So good though.
And then
It's
like
a good
I
movie.
streamed it illegally like twice after that. And he's like, "Oh my god, you're so obsessed with Kingsman." I was like, "Yeah."
The sequel looks dope too, though.
Wait, is the trailer out? I don't even know.
No, they haven't put a trailer out there, but
They
they've been
okay.
talking about it. Like
Oh,
they have a lot of
boy.
little tiny plot
Oh
details.
boy.
The announced cast is pretty cool if you look it up.
Okay.
Skipping. I can read, I promise. July 7th, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yes.
That looks good too.
Um,
It's
There's
so in between the way they have that set too. It's like Guardians 2, Spider-Man Homecoming. Is it out there?
I'm actually
It's like an Ant-Man release
I
style.
think I'm more excited for Spider-Man Homecoming than I am Guardians because like
Me
Guardians,
too.
I know it's gonna be good, but I'm excited to see.
I'm
how
excited to see
Spider-Man.
Peter Parker again.
I'm
as a
hesitantly
character.
excited.
Hesitant.
'Cause
Spider-Man
I'm
is
worried
my
it won't be
favorite,
good. I
yeah.
love Spider-Man too, but they've made so many Spider-Man movies.
But come on, you.
But
like,
that's why I just want his story to be told.
You want the
if-
character to go
yeah,
home. I
like
get you.
I want it to get past the
No pun
whole
Thank you.
like second villain, okay. That it. How many times does Uncle Ben have to die?
I think this movie, no matter what, will be good simply because it's like still got him and Iron Man together and their chemistry's great.
Yeah.
and Tom
Holland's really good.
I love Thomas. I think he's my favorite one.
He might be my favorite too.
Yeah.
But what else
But
is
I
coming
think,
out?
but I
Tobey
think
Maguire.
because
Ugh,
Uncle Ben's
okay.
already dead
I
and
heard
all
that.
of that, we get to skip all that ridiculous
is about
Yeah,
background
time.
I
information.
don't like the origin part of it. It's just yes, it's finally time to like for him to move on with the story. I was a really big fan of Spider-Man growing up. I read most of the comics. So for me it's like, oh my god, can we just move past this? Like please
man.
let his story be told.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just me.
Okay, October 6th, we have an untitled Fox Marvel film. So
I think that's theoretically going to be Fox Marvel, because that's Deadpool, right? They haven't announced it yet.
Fox does have Deadpool, doesn't it?
Fox
Yeah,
is Deadpool.
they do. They own the rights to Deadpool.
It's probably Deadpool then.
because Deadpool is technically a mutant, and
They haven't
own-
clarified it yet, but I feel like that's one of the dates they're keeping open because they keep avoiding declaring a release date for Deadpool 2 because of the trouble they're having in pre-production.
Yeah.
So it's either going to be that date or it's going to have to be pushed back.
Well, I mean, like, it's not another X-Men movie, is it? No.
No, it can't be.
I think they're
mean, maybe.
rebooting. I heard they're rebooting the whole franchise after Apocalypse.
Stop.
What?
Stop.
What?
They're not.
I wouldn't be shocked. Apocalypse was pretty
Oh,
bad.
my
But anyway,
God.
moving on. We got to wrap this up.
So to round out 2017, since we're not going to get to 2018, we have The Inhumans, which is a Marvel ABC release, and it's going to be a series, but the first 2 episodes are coming out in IMAX.
That's
Oh,
interesting.
wow.
Right.
That was a change because they pushed that back like a lot. They kept pushing it back.
Yeah, at one point I said that they weren't gonna what was it? No, they weren't going to give them a movie. They were supposed to do the movie, right?
Yeah, and then they never did. Yeah.
Yeah. But
And then November 3rd, you have Thor Ragnarok.
a
And to round out the year, at least from what we have on document, Justice League on November 17th.
whoop whoop.
That's the
Nice.
only DC movie other than Wonder Woman that I'm hesitantly excited about.
Wow, wait, Marvel's releasing 3 movies in 1 year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's their new move. Is the next phase is 3 movies a year, and then it might go up to 4.
God.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, that's fantastic.
3's hard, man. I don't know how they
That
That's
do
a
is
that.
hard.
lot. That's a lot of people.
That's
They're
why they
probably
had to
like
move in
rolling
humans.
and dough up there. They're like, let's just give the fans what they want.
actually-
No.
Well, never mind. If you're talking about this Marvel Studios period, I guess, because
What?
you have, because I was about to say Logan is X-Men, so that's
Well, that doesn't count. That's Sony.
No,
Okay,
because
so you're
it's
talking about
Guardians,
Yeah.
Spider-Man,
The
Thor.
Marvel
Yeah.
Marvel
Yeah.
Cinematic
Okay, yeah,
Universe, MCU. Yeah,
So Thor,
Spidey,
Spider-Man,
mm-hmm. and Guardians.
and then
Guardians.
Guardians too. Yep.
But the Fox Marvel film, but that's Fox.
Doesn't count. It's Fox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm talking, Marvel.
MCU. Yeah, it has to be MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's by Marvel Entertainment, which is actually making the
Yeah.
facilitating the
Yep,
movies.
yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise, like Marvel characters, there are tons of.
Okay.
constantly.
I was about to say, if we're just
Yeah.
talking Marvel characters, there's like 6.
They're definitely out producing DC for sure. But is that it for the
That's it for 2017.
Nico
20
segment? Wrapping up.
2018 we're not going to touch yet.
It's okay. We got some time on that one.
Yeah.
We got plenty of time.
All right, let's move into movies. Moana, guys, did you guys see it yet?
I
Not
did.
yet.
No.
I
You saw it? Did you like
yeah.
it?
I did. I thought it was it was good. It was not my favorite,
Oh.
but I enjoyed watching it. I thought it was kind of dark for a Disney movie.
That's what I liked about it.
Yeah. Yeah, but the audience for that is my 10-year-old sister who got scared,
Really?
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy DJ.
But
It's Dwayne.
Dane
it was still
Johnson.
good.
Dwayne
Yeah, I was
Johnson.
like, who?
I forgot
It's The Rock.
that he calls them
Yeah.
nicknames.
Yeah, that's my guy.
But I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. My sister still liked it. She went to go see it again.
I've seen it twice. I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
And both were magical experiences for me. Not to say that you'll have magical experiences, because obviously she's kind of like, but I would just go in with an open mind,
Here's a little
Yeah,
tidbit.
it was really good. I loved all the songs. They were stuck in my head all
Here's a little
night.
tidbit.
It's a little personal tidbit.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that Dwayne, he does the entrance every time he comes into my house? The whole entrance.
What?
The theme song and all.
Oh,
Solid.
It's my
Good
guy.
to know that Nico's got him on speed dial. Moving on, that was number
Along
one
with
with
Vin.
28.27 million, keeping the number one spot in its second week. That movie's making plenty of money. Don't worry about Disney. Fantastic Beasts sticking at the number 2 spot.
Yes.
With another 18 million. That movie's making money as well. Can't wait for the sequel. Arrival still sticking up. It's been staying high up there. I told you this will be a sleeper. 73 million. So that movie's making it back. Coming
so
back.
good.
I haven't seen it yet. I really do have to check it out.
It was phenomenal.
Another Paramount movie, Allied, 7 million here in the number 4 spot, sticking at number 4. Doctor Strange still around, another 6.7 million on that one. I mean, it's making tons of money. In the number 6 spot, Trolls still here. I know you're happy, Isabella.
It's just so stupid.
I just love that every time there's a movie like Kung Fu Panda 3 or Trolls, you're just like, I'm so glad it's still here.
I repping the
top
Kung
10.
Fu Panda. Yeah, I can't believe Trolls is still up there though. That's surprising. That's surprising.
I mean, JT, star power.
Yeah, that's true.
And Anna Kendrick's in it
Kendrick,
too,
yep,
yeah.
yep.
So I meant like his music, but like them, they're both in it, and there's a bunch of other stars in the voice cast. But yeah, so number 6, Trolls with another 4.7 million. Hacksaw Ridge with another 3.3. Bad Santa 2 in its second week dropped from 7 to 8, so not the best performance for that movie. But I mean, I like, as much as I liked the original, it was a really weird time to have a sequel to that. 3.3 million on that one in the number 8 spot. Incarnate came out this week. I gotta tell you, not did so well. Not so well.
Ooh.
Number 9 spot, $2.5 million. I mean, it's a very low budget film, but still. And a lot of people really didn't like it. The reviews aren't great, and I'll get to that. And then wrapping up the number 10 spot, the only Christmas movie out at the time, so I guess it popped back up a little bit. Almost Christmas with another $2.5 million. And that made its money back because, super low budget. It's always nice on those movies. All right, moving on to the reactions from the critics. Moana, 96% with critics, 93% with audiences, so a phenomenally rated movie. Even if you just like it. I feel like I've talked to everyone who's gone to that movie.
Yeah,
like,
I liked it.
everyone at least liked it, but some people are like me who are like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So you'll at least like it, which is, nice. That's all you're really looking for in a movie. And then Incarnate with 19% with critics and 25% with audiences, so not a big hit there. Opening this weekend, I'm excited about two of these. Office Christmas Party comes out,
Yes.
which looks awesome.
That one looks funny. That one looks like whatever the Ludachristmas episode would look like,
yeah.
like on the movies.
No, I feel you on that one. It's got an all-star cast: Jason Bateman, Olivia Munn, T.J. Miller, Jennifer Aniston, and a bunch more people. It looks like what would be a good version of the celebrity team-up movie, finally. So it looks really funny. It's about this branch that's threatened with closure by the CEO. So the branch manager throws this like epic office party to try and win over the client that could keep them from being closed. And of course, all hijinks just go like crazy. It looks very fun. It just like to me looks like something I would love to watch around the holidays to forget about like all the stress and stuff. So I think that'll be really good. Miss Sloane coming out in the world of power brokers. Sloane takes on the most powerful opponent of her career and will do whatever is required to win.
Sound like a superhero. Like,
Well, no, it's kind of dark actually. My sister saw it already. It's expanding. It was a limited release before, but I don't know. It looks fine. I think Jessica Chastain is the lead actress in it, so
Yeah.
like it's probably good acting. It just looks depressing,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, and that's fine. I mean, sometimes a movie needs to depress you a little bit because it's got a message that's a little depressing. But it's interesting, so feel free to check that out if you're looking for something a little bit more like on the brain, tax you a little bit as a viewer. Sometimes it's good.
This is the one you're not excited about.
It's not that. Yeah, I'm not super excited about it. Mostly because like you don't get excited to go see a really good movie that's going to make you
Upset.
upset.
Yeah.
You go see it because it's going to be a good movie, but still, you don't get excited. This is the movie I'm excited about, and it's only limited this week, but it's going to be it's going to expand soon. A jazz pianist and an aspiring actress fall in love in Los Angeles. Sounds familiar. Sounds old school, right? Well, that's because the brilliant director of Whiplash. Yeah, that's right. Everyone loved that movie. Damien Chazelle. It came out. This is his next one, and it's basically like a love letter to Hollywood. And it has singing and dancing and like old school style along with new school style, and it just looks magical. And it's been a while.
So excited for that movie to come out.
I'm pretty pumped about it, but it's just like I fell in love. Like the reason I want to do film and TV, the reason I'm doing film and TV is because like I fell in love with the magic of those big studio movies when they were done right before.
Yeah.
For the music, man.
Yeah, exactly. But so I'm super excited about this because it looks like a fresh take on it, and critics are loving it, and audiences are loving it, so it's going to be amazing. And it's got an all-star cast: Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone, Rosemary DeWitt, J.K. Simmons, and more. It looks really good. So that's La La Land. Keep an eye out on that one. I think it's expanding next week.
It's my guy.
Ryan G. You just know all these guys, huh?
We've been down since Gangster Squad.
Yeah, E. Stone and I, we're super chill. It's Emma Stone, for those of you playing at home.
Oh.
JK and I hang out all the time. Anyway, that's going to wrap up movies. Check out La La Land if it's in your town, and Office Christmas Party if it's not. Either way, got some good choices. But what segment's coming up, Nico? Because I feel like I know.
Oh.
I think you do know, man.
Oh my God, that was so scary.
It's definitely about that time.
It's about that time? Tell me what time it is.
All the listeners, I want you to turn your volume down just a bit. Let my voice soothe. Listen to the rhythm. Listen
Oh my God.
to the softness.
How long is this
We're all
going to go,
staring
man?
at him right now, just for you guys.
There it is. All right.
There's the beat.
It's
It's that part of the show
Da-da-da-da.
where we take a journey into the mind of Matt. This is Matt's Thoughts.
Wow, that might have been the
Christmas
longest.
Jingle Edition.
Oh my God.
Christmas jingle. I like that. That was a nice touch.
Yeah.
It's a nice touch. So I don't have too much for you guys this week in my thoughts. I've been really busy with finals and stuff, but I've been staying sane by catching up on New Girl. So I watched all of the last season. I've been watching it with my girlfriend. She was just as happy as I to finally get back to the show because we were in love with the show. And it's an easy show to forget about, but once you start watching it, you can't stop.
Yeah, it's really good.
So I was really happy to catch up on that. I'm catching up on the new season as well on Hulu. I forgot how much I love this show. I also forgot how much I love Schmidt. Schmidt makes my life happy. And then, of course, it's been nice watching the evolution of Schmidt and Cece's relationship. It's nice to see those characters happy. And I was surprisingly enjoyed Megan Fox's run as Reagan on the show. I'm usually not a fan of Megan Fox, but she had some actual emotion in this character.
Oh.
So that was nice.
She's usually just like a,
Yeah.
kind of just stands
stone-cold
there,
biatch.
with like her
Exactly.
mouth half open, kind of.
That's what I'm saying.
honestly.
Pleasantly
Like
surprised.
grotesque amount of makeup sometimes,
True. But she was more real in this, which was nice. So, yeah, that was refreshing. And overall, solid season, and I'm enjoying the new one. I'll update you guys as soon as I get a little further. And then, of course, the Erica Thought Grammy nominations. I'll give you a brief summary. Beyonce got 9 nominations, got the most out of everybody.
Yes.
Lemonade, man.
Slay.
Drinking that. Those nominators be drinking that lemonade, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for laughing at that pitiful joke. Drake and Rihanna both got 8, so those guys killing it as usual. Familiar names here, obviously, at the top. Chance nabbed 6, including best
7.
new artist. It's 7?
Yes.
It said
7.
6.
Nope.
No,
What's the 7th one?
He says 7.
He was on Ultralight Beam. He
he
wrote
was-
that song also.
Oh, okay.
So
I wouldn't
technically-
count that, but I guess
mean,
that's true.
It's technically
like
not a
6.5?
Chance song, but
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
meant he
On the-
himself got 6 nominations for like him.
I feel you.
Yeah, so I guess
Shout
that
out to my
counts
guy
though.
Chano,
Channel.
the little Chano from '79.
Yeah, but anyway, he got 6 nominations, which is awesome, including Best New Artist, because he's finally able to he finally released music somewhat mainstream through Apple Music and stuff, and best album for Coloring Book, which I think is awesome, and I hope he wins.
Yes.
And the full list of nominations obviously can be found anywhere, because apparently I don't even know the full list of nominations.
Clearly, you're misinformed.
Anyway, the biggest surprise for me, and then we'll wrap up the show. Blink-182's comeback album, California, got nominated for Best Rock Album. And I personally love that album this summer. That was like my summer album. Put it in the car. I played it way too much. And it was really nice for me because it was the first Blink album since like 2006, in my opinion.
Was it like uncomfortably too much? Just like people getting
Like
in
people
your
were
car,
looking at
just
me.
like, okay, bro, like
I
you
felt
get it.
judged. No, it was about the right amount. But no, I listened to it a lot. I really liked it because Blink hasn't really had a real Blink album since like their self-titled album in 2005, 2006, before they took their indefinite hiatus. And then when Tom came back, the EP was okay, but Neighborhoods was like, in my opinion, not a real Blink album. It was like so much Tom, so much Angels and Airwaves. And this really went back to their punk roots, and it was nice. But yeah, so that's going to wrap up Matt's thoughts and Erica's thought there for you. And that's going to wrap up this week's episode of Art Things Considered, where we considered art for you guys. My name is Matthew Slaza.
I'm Isabella Pico.
I'm Sabrina Braga.
And I'm Nico Williams. Give me some work.
And that's going to wrap up this week's episode. We'll see you after the break. Enjoy your holidays. Happy holidays from the team here. And yeah, get some gifts. Drink some delicious eggnog or whatever you feel like
Get
doing.
Nico some work. He will be forever thankful for you guys.
See some theater, watch some movies.
Happy
It's
New
my-
Year.
That Christmas gift. To
Christmas
me.
gift to Nico.